Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. All righty, I'll be with you in a minute here. My eyes are really bothering me today for some reason, but I'll make it through it. All righty, what do we have here? What do we have here? Today, I've been thinking about pick three, and you know that's all I specialize on is pick three because it's trackable, teachable, and doable. It's the only one to me that you can really win and know why you're playing to win. It's simple and it's easier and it's got better odds than all the rest of the lottery games. And you can use the pick three working with the law average and have it work in your favor because it's only 1,000 numbers that you can track. Okay? And that being said, with 1,000 numbers that you can track, to me, it's easy to find out if something's going wrong with the lottery or they're making changes, making it odds even harder for you. And to me, the that's kind of what that wild ball and fireball does now. With the makes it easier for them to, I guess I would say, maybe manipulate the numbers or something. I see that there is a little difference from out of the years I've been tracking these numbers and how these numbers are coming out. Not a big difference, but it's like you have to play your numbers longer for them to show up, and they can flip on and off of them at any time. Um, and they can't deny that they can adjust those numbers because, like a guy named Eddie Tipton worked for the lottery, and he manipulated the numbers where he stole millions of dollars from the lottery. And if he can do it, and they gave him less time so he could show them how he did it. So they know how to do it. Now, if they're doing it or not, it's a different story. And that's why you have to be, if you're going to play pick three, you have to be up on the game, knowing what's going on with these numbers at all times. Um, Me personally, I do okay with the numbers on pick three. I don't do pick four. I don't do uh, uh, and pick that pick five. That's strictly luck. Strictly luck. You got pick four. You got 1 in 10,000 odd numbers. You as an individual ain't gonna track them numbers. You ain't gonna do what need to be done to really track the numbers to win. It takes too much work. Pick five's got 1 in 100,000 odds. There's no way you're gonna track or do anything with those numbers. Pick three is the best. Pick three only got 1,000 numbers, and it's like I said, it's easily for me. It's trackable, teachable, and doable. Today, I'm always thinking about information to help people get in the winner circle, plus myself. And I think a lot of things that's throwing people off with them pick threes is talking about flips and mirrors and and all the tic tac toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, and all those different algorithms to try to figure out what numbers is coming the next day. People, there's nothing that's gonna tell you what random numbers, 1,000 random numbers are going to come out at any time, and especially within a year span, because you're only going to get 365 of those 1,000 numbers every year anyway. And if you got 1,000 numbers and you're only going to get 365, which is a third of those 1,000 numbers, every year you're going to only get a third of those numbers. And even with those numbers changing positions, you're going to take 3 years to maybe 4 years for all those numbers to change positions for you to win working with the law average. So that's why you have to know why you're playing your numbers. And if you don't know why you're playing the numbers, you're playing a loser's game. You're playing their game and not your game. Okay? And I don't care what nobody says. There's nothing that's going to show you what's coming the next day because the numbers are randomly. Okay? And you have to keep that in mind. And I think what gets you in a rabbit hole is these flips and mirroring of numbers. There's no, the flips and mirroring of the numbers, the way Nate's showing it, is gets you into a trap of thinking that you can figure out what numbers coming the next day. You have to play your numbers for a long haul and be in it to win it. But like I say, stick with a budget and play responsibly. Okay? So what we have here, what I'm going to show you, you got 1,000 numbers. I'm going to show you what I call them opposite numbers. I'm not even going to call them mirror numbers anymore. Okay? Because it don't make sense. It's not mirrored numbers. It's the actual 1,000 numbers that you focusing on. But this chart here kind of gives you an idea what it is. This diagram 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You've probably seen it 1,000 times. And they call it mirroring and flipping numbers, which is nonsensical in my mind. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as I look at this mirrored system here, what it did took the 1,000 numbers and divide them in half. On the top of the numbers, you got the zeros to 499 numbers, which is the top of the 1,000 numbers, okay? And you have 500 to the 999. That gives you all 1,000 numbers. Now, they want to say these are the mirrored numbers because they want to use an algorithm that you want to mirror the number or a number coming in, which is a mirror number. I call them opposites. A 0 is the opposite of a 5. A 1 is the opposite of a 6. A 2 is the opposite of 7. A 7 is opposite of a 3 is opposite of an 8. And a 4 opposite of a 9, and vice versa. 9 is a 4 opposite. 8 is opposite of 3. 7 opposite of 2. 6 opposite of 1. 5 opposite of 0. Okay? That's all you really have to understand. Because you want to do the actual number, the actual pick 3 number. All right? So, in essence, what you're looking at, if you played 0, 1, 2, bring this down a little more. If you played 0, 1, 2, all the lottery did was play, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. All the lottery did was play the bottom, the opposite number, because this 0, 1, 2 is actually the opposite number of the 5, 6, 7, and vice versa. The 5, 6, 7 is actually the opposite number of the 0, 1, 2, of the 1,000 numbers. They directly opposite each other. Okay, you played 2, 3, 4. The lottery played 7, 8, 9, the direct opposite. It's not a mirrored number. It's the actual opposite number of the 1,000 numbers. Forget that mirror stuff. It's the actual opposite of the 1,000 numbers. You have your top numbers and your bottom numbers, which are directly opposite of each other. Like the 0 is directly opposite of the 5. The 1 directly opposite of the 6. 2 directly opposite of the 7. 3 directly opposite of the 8. 4 directly opposite of the 9. Okay? That's what you have. If they played, I'm gonna do a double. If they played 552 came in Illinois last night, the direct opposite of that would be 007. See, that's the direct opposite number. 552. The direct opposite number of that is 007. All right. And if you were to do, and vice versa, if you were to do triple zeros, quite naturally, direct opposite of triple zeros is 555. All right? Because 0 and 5 are directly opposite numbers of each other. That's important for you to understand that. Forget all that mirror and flipping number stuff. You need to know the direct opposite number of the pick 3 numbers. 1 minute. Come in.
Huh?
What are you doing?
What you say?
I'm live. You need something?
Yeah.
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. All righty. Grandkids up. Okay. Now, so you need to know the opposites. Forget that flipping and mirroring stuff, as far as I'm concerned with this channel. Okay? Because it doesn't tell you anything. Now, and I'm going to show you how it works and how it works with my pick 3 at a glance sheet. Here, on this sheet, what I did, I took 12 numbers. I did the 1-1 rundown on those 12 numbers, give you 12 columns. And these are the single numbers. Single numbers can come 6 different ways. Any one of these numbers here can come 6 different ways. All right? So what I'm going to show you how the 1-1-1 rundown works. It gives you the actual numbers in the 12 numbers, 12 columns, gives you the actual numbers that opposite each other of the 1,000 numbers. I'm going to use, I'm really going to use 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Say the number came in was 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to give you, let's make sure hold on, let me make sure you can see everything where I need you to see it. Need to see it. Let's put that graph I gave you before up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to give you, let's do the 1-1-1 rundown here and give you, let's say the 1, 2, 3 was the number that came in and you're doing the 1-1-1 rundown on it. That's one of the main rundowns that you can use. See here on this number, they can make this number any number of the 1,000 numbers they want other than triple zeros to try to come up with a strategy to try to hit those numbers the next day. It don't work because you don't know nothing about any of those numbers when you get through adding up. If you ain't tracked them to win, you don't know nothing about them. Okay, so we're going to add 1 to 1 is 2, 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 is 8. And 1 to 8 is 9. And 1 to 9 is 10. But you don't use the 1, you just use the 0 and to work this, to make this work. That's in all the lottery math. You only work with single numbers. They'll tell you that. And then 1 to 0 is 1. Hope you can see that. Okay, now with that, you're going to add 1 to the 2. You're going to get the 3. 1 to 3, you're going to get, so if you get the 1 at the bottom and 1 at the top, you had it correctly. You're going to add 1 to the 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. You want to add 1 to 8, you're going to get 9 again. You're going to get the 0. And then 1 to 0, you get 1. And 1 to 1, you get 2. Same number at the bottom, at the top, you had it correctly. And same here, 1 to 3, you get the 4. 1 to 4, you get the 5. 1 to 5, you get the 6. 1 to 6, you get the 7. 1 to 7, you get the 8. 1 to 8, you get the 9. 1 to 9, again, you're going to get the 0, which is going to be 10. But 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. Same number at the bottom, you got the top, you add it correctly. Now, like I said on this here, why I say stop saying mirrors and all that flipping and all that stuff, it confuses you. You're not looking at the actual picture. You're looking at the forest instead of the trees. Looking at trees instead of the forest. I guess I remember that. You can't see anything with just these numbers of what's going on, unless I explain this to you here. The reason why I use this 111 rundown, because it has the actual opposite number of the 1,000 numbers, the top and the bottom. See here? There's 1, 2, 3. If you mirror it, well, I'm sorry, not mirror. It's going to take me a while to change because it's a new strategy, a new idea that I'm giving. I'm not using that term mirror. I'm using opposite number, that directly opposite number of the 1,000 numbers. See here, there's 1, 2, 3. The opposite number of it is the 6, 7, 8. See here? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. That's the actual opposite number of the 1,000 numbers, so you know what you're looking at and know what you're doing with those numbers. See this 2, 3, 4, the opposite number here, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, the actual opposite number, the whole number. You don't want to be looking at fractions and pieces of numbers, mirroring and flipping numbers and all that stuff. It's a 7, 8, 9. Okay, the 3, 4, 5, the actual opposite number is 8, 9, 0. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 is the 8, 9, and the 0 right here. They're the actual number opposite of the number. And you got to realize these numbers can come 6 different ways. And then you got the 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2, I'm sorry, not 0, 1, 2. The 5, 6, 7, the 5, 6, 7, the opposite of it is a 0, 1, 2. All in numerical order. So you can understand that. The actual opposite number, not flipping and mirroring and all that stuff that they talk about here. This is not how the pick 3 at a glance strategy works. Because you're working with the law average, all right? And I want you to understand the law average. Law average means more than likely something will happen. So with the law average, like I say, you got 10, if these 10 numbers you played here straight for the whole year, on average, you're going to only get 3 of these numbers to come exact for the whole year. For the whole year. This year you might get these 3, and the next year you get these 3, and the next year you get these 3 for the whole year. Or 4 on average, you know, like that. That's why you have to work with the law average to see what these numbers are doing, so you know how to play. It won't burn your money up chasing all these different numbers every day trying to win. You on a track so you can see what's going on with those numbers. That's what this sheet does for you. What I just demonstrated with you, all these columns got the number and its opposite. So with all these numbers here, you got 720 of those numbers at a glance. You're going to look at on 12 little columns and know what's going on with 720 of those numbers. But at a glance, I can tell you whenever a number fell for the whole month and what column, working with the law average. That's how I pick and choose my numbers. What would be the opposite of, it would be 882 and 66 and 117. Those would be your opposite numbers, Angie. Okay? See right here? Your 33, there's you say your 337 would be 882. See, here's your 8, be two of them. 8, and your 7 would be 2 as a 7, opposite is 7. And your 662 would be, your 66 would be the 1, right? 6 and the 1. And your 2 would be the 7. Do you understand what I'm saying there? Because your 3 is an 8. And your 7 is a 2. So the opposite of it would be 882. Did you understand that? So you want to know what the opposite is? That's how that works. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. It's fairly. That's why I say stop trying to learn about the mirrors and flips and all that, because it just makes it harder for you to understand on how to win. So all these numbers here with the 1-1 rundown gives me everything I need to look at on all 1,000 numbers and the opposite numbers. Same with the doubles. And it's only 10 of those, 10 columns of those. That's why I say it's 22 columns. This is the first thing I put together was these columns, and the other strategy workout sheets came afterwards. But this was the main one that started helping me to really understand pick 3 and how to get in the winner circle. Same thing here with the doubles. Like you said, the 337. I'll probably do a 1-1 rundown on them, see if that help you understand a little better. I'm gonna do the 337 for you and do the 1-1 rundown on it. 337. You do the 1-1 rundown on the 337. You get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and 1. Same number top. Oops, that wouldn't be it. 1, quit too soon. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Same number at the bottom, you got the top, you had it correctly. Then same here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. And then you got your 7. You know 9 is going to be 10, but you just use 0. Then you just count straight down. That's why I use this, because it's easy to count. Then you got 8, 9, and 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Same number at the bottom. You get at the top, you add it correctly. And that's just where you stop. If you was to add 1 again, it just continue on the same way with these numbers. See, the opposite of your 337 is like I said, the 882. The opposite of that 448 is the 993. The opposite of the 559, that direct opposite of that number, is 004. Okay? The direct opposite of 660 is the 115. And the direct opposite of the 771 is the 226. See what I'm saying? Stop trying to look at flipping and mirroring numbers. Look at what's going on with the whole set of numbers of the 1,000 numbers. Again, that holds true. That holds true with all these numbers here on each column. The direct opposite numbers on each column. So at a glance, you can see what number and its opposite didn't play. So you don't pick that number next to the date sum. No, I don't use the date sums. No date sums, none of that. You have to know what the numbers are. Date sums don't tell you what number's coming. Numbers are random. Track the numbers working with the law of average. It depends on how much you play, how often you play. You might be getting lucky, but you don't know anything with those date sums. When you're tracking the actual numbers and seeing how they're falling and working with the law of average, the date sum is all that's included in tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what they're doing. Okay, yeah, date sums, no. Yeah, date sums, no. Date sums don't tell you anything. Okay. Now, just track the numbers. Stick with the numbers. That's why I say all those date sums and all that stuff. I don't use any of it. When you start tracking, it's actually included when you start tracking, you'll see what the real deal is. Okay. Now, another good thing why I only use the 1-1 rundown and using the sheets. Let me show you something that I kind of looked at yesterday to kind of put this in perspective for me. Say, I was looking at the 01 in Illinois that hadn't failed last month as a pair. And I was running that 01 down as a pair. And if I'm going to play that 01 pair, I'll roll it down or wheel it. I call it wheeling a number. I'll wheel it as 010, 01, 1, 01, 2, 01, 3, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, and 019. Okay? So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And say that's, that's what you get with the 1-1-1 rundown. That's what you get with the 1-1-1 rundown. Okay. If you do the 1-1-1 rundown again. But if you want to know the opposite of those numbers, which is easy, and that's how the sheet got it organized for you, the opposite number is the 565. So let's say you do this here, which is the 565. The opposite is the 565. And you do the 1-1 rundown. You do 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to get the 5. Again, you're going to do, can you see that? I might have to scoot this over some so you can see it better. I think I'm over too far. Hold on. Yeah, I'm over too far. So 1, 1, 1, 5, 6, 5. Then you do the 1, 1, 1 on it, and you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5. Come in. Stop. Okay, and then you're gonna add 1 to the 6. You get 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to do again, you're going to get to 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I doing that right? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. 6, 5, 6, you get 1, 2 more. Wait a minute, what did I do wrong here? What did I, 1. Let's see, 2, 7, 7, 2. Okay. 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 8. Okay. Okay. This here, 5, 6, 8. Okay, I know what I did here. I know what I'm trying to do here. I don't know why I did it like that. I don't know why I did it like that. I know. Let me show you what I did here. Let's see. 0, 1. Okay, this 5, 5, 6, 5. The opposite of this 0, 0, 1, 5. Okay, there it is. 6, 7, 6. The opposite it is 1, 2, 7. Okay. These mirrors, these numbers here, of the 5, 6, 7. Let me see here. I'm not confusing myself here. Be 5, 6, 6. 5, 6, 6. 5, 6, 6. Okay, this is the rundown here. Okay. But this here is the opposite number right here of the 015. Okay, let me do this here again. What I was trying to show you, what I did yesterday. What I did yesterday. Okay. The opposite of this 5, okay, 0, 1. Okay, I'm gonna do the mirror across and see how we do. 0, 1, 0, the mirror of it is 5, 6, 5. The mirror of this 0, 1, 1 would be 5, 6, 6. The mirror of this 0, 1, 2 would be 5, 6, 7. The mirror of the 0, 1, 3 would be 5, 6, 8. Not mirror, sorry, opposite number. I got to get out of that mirror thing. I've been saying it for 2 years. The opposite of it would be the 0, 1, 4 would be 5, 6, 9. The mirror of the 0, 1, 5 would be 5. The opposite would be 5, 6, 0. The opposite number of this 016 would be 061, and the opposite of this 017. I'm sorry, not that's wrong. Is 561, and the opposite of this 017 would be 562, and the opposite of this 018 would be 563, and the opposite of it would be 569. Okay. So these numbers are the opposite of all these numbers here. Okay. And the reason being I was looking at this here is because last month the 0-1 pair didn't fall and the 5-6 pair didn't fall. So that's why I'm saying you have to know what number and its opposite didn't fall that you can make out of these opposite numbers, the actual opposite number, not flipping and mirroring numbers. So what I would do is I'd see what 0-1 pair number didn't fall that matches. Say if I see that the 0-1-0 number didn't fall and this 5-6-5 number didn't fall, I'm definitely going to be playing the actual opposite number, working with the law average. That's what I wanted to do. Because I know these here pairs are opposite pairs of each other, the top and the bottom. See the 0-1 and this 5-6. So the likelihood of one of these others coming in this month is great. That's how I play it to get in the winner's circle, because I'm dealing with the actual numbers. I know what's going on with the actual pick 3 numbers. So I'll show you how I played it in Illinois. You might not be able to do it in other states, but it's imperative that you know what pairs didn't come in each month, because you can track them and see how they fall in line the following month. Okay, so the way I play, well, I'm actually playing it because I know also too, and like I say, as you track, you know what numbers didn't come in. I know that all these numbers here, the 0-1-0 didn't come in. Well, let me put it in this way. These are numbers I'm playing for Illinois right now. 0-0-1, evening draw. 0-1-1, 5-5-6, and 0-6-6, evening draw. I'm sorry, not 0. Why am I keep saying this stuff? Hey, yeah, my brain is taking its own. It must be going on vacation on me. 5-6-6. Okay, I know for a fact on the evenings these numbers didn't fall. My screenshot for the whole year yet. So it's getting close to the law average for the numbers to start lining out, averaging out. Now I'm pretty sure one of these 4 is going to come out. So I'm only have to focus on 4 numbers. Now if 0-0-1 comes, you can play it. I probably will stay on those numbers, Angie. If 0-0-1 comes, I will stay on them because I know they ain't been out all year. Yeah. It's not if 0-0 in your state. You have to know what's going on in your state. If you're in Missouri, I don't know what state you're in. What state you're in, Angie? Because the number's going to be different from state to state. So certain numbers don't bring numbers. But if you know, like I know for a fact that none of these numbers have fallen all year, yeah, I would load back up on these numbers because I know they haven't failed. But in essence, also these whole numbers might not come for the whole year. But at least I know why I'm playing these numbers, and I got a pretty good chance of winning these numbers. Are you in Texas? Oh, Texas got all kind of numbers. You got those four draws. But like I said, I would only stick with whatever one draw, midday or evening. You got two middays and two evening draws. So I would just find one and play that. Even in Missouri, I very seldom play midday. Or in Illinois, I really don't play midday. I just stick with evenings. Okay, but in Illinois, I'm playing. I don't know if y'all can play front pair back, and I think you can. I'm playing 0-1 front pair and 1-0 front pair, and I'm playing 0-1 back pair and 1-0 back pair. 50 cent, 50 cent. Okay. And then I'm playing, since I know that 5-6 pair didn't come, I'm playing 5-6 front pair and 5. Oh, you probably ain't gonna be able to see this way I got it. Can you? Yeah, you can't see it. Let me see if I can move the camera over a little bit. Is that it? Nah, I don't think that's gonna help. Let me see if I can do it a little better here. Let me see if I can do it a little better here. I should have moved it down. Okay, I'm gonna bring it straight down. I'm playing the 0-1 front pair and the 1-0 front pair. I'm playing the 0-1 back pair and the 1-0 back pair. Okay. And I'm playing the 5-6 because they mirror each other. 5-6 front pair. And the 6. Let me go back down here. And the 5-6-5 front pair. And I'm playing this 50 cent. I'm playing the 5-6 back pair and the 6-5 back pair. So anyway, these pairs come in on the front and back, I got it covered. So if they just come in with these pairs, then I'm going to load up on these numbers here. Whenever these hit, front back pair, because I got it covered in 4 different ways, then I'm going to load up on these here for sure. If I play these just 50 bucks, I'll still stay with these. And one of these boxes in Illinois come in, I think it's $80. I'll still play these, load up on these still, and reinvest in these here straight box, 50 combo, or however it is, but these would be my numbers. You say 958 came out in Texas yesterday. So should I play a 4-on-3? It depends on that column. See, like I said, I don't just play numbers. I really, if you say 5, 5, 4, 8, I know that's the mirror of it, but that 9, 5, 8, I'd have to know what's going on with that 9, 5, 8. I wouldn't. Yeah, it is the opposite number, but I wouldn't just play that. I have a list of numbers that I build from. That's what numbers I play. I don't try to play the opposite just to play the opposite, Angie. That's probably how you lose in there. Like I say, I know these numbers ain't came. I know why I'm playing them. I know that this oh 01 pair and this 5 6 pair didn't come out. I know that. I don't just play the opposite to play the opposite. I have to know about the numbers I'm playing. I know where I'm playing these actual numbers. What do you know about that 958 to make you want to play the opposite of it? The way I would play that number, if I know that the 958, if that was one of my numbers, I would want to know that 403 hasn't played all year probably. I would know that for sure about that number to play it from tracking. So you have to collect the data from January up to now to know what numbers haven't played, the numbers and their opposites. That's how I play. See, this time of the year, I know what numbers and the opposites ain't played all the way for the whole year. Like this sheet here. Let me show you this sheet here. You have to collect data. Like here, like this sheet I showed in Illinois. You have to collect your data. Other than that, you're just playing to be playing. This sheet here for Illinois, I know, see here when I told you these numbers haven't failed all year? And I seen that this 01 and the 5 6 8 failed, didn't fall last month at all. That's what I know. These are my bucket list of numbers to play. So when I win, I'm not playing any number. I know where I'm going to get my number. Like here, this column. These ain't played all year. Right here. Okay? I'm playing what numbers haven't failed. Like these here, and they mirror each other. Remember, I just got to talk about the mirrors? These numbers, doubles, actually mirror each other. These numbers here actually mirror each other. Now, they played, let's see, yeah. And so I'm always on target with my numbers, not just any numbers that fall and come up every day. All these numbers, like here, these two opposites fail in the same month, the exact way. So when I win, I always know where I'm getting my numbers. I'm not guessing at any time of what numbers I'm playing, because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Now, so this here would be a total of $6 for me to play. Okay? So don't be flipping and mirroring numbers and one off number. That means you just don't know why you was playing your number. You won't worry about being one off a number, because you're going to know everything it is to know about all the numbers if you're using the picture of the glance sheets and the strategies. Okay? And take your time. Numbers ain't going nowhere. And study the numbers. Study more than you play. Get your data. Let me find my other sheet here. This sheet here. See? You're going to have to get I do a summary sheet of the year. As the year goes, starting from January, I give all the numbers that came. I know you would have to do this sheet here pretty much. You want to know what on each one of these columns, what numbers are left for you, the best numbers left for you to play at a glance. What opposites haven't failed? What number in this opposite hasn't failed? So off this column here, those numbers I showed you in green are the numbers I know ain't failed, and the way I know that because I've been tracking all year to know what numbers to play. Now, I don't do strategy number 2 and strategy number 3. I just want to know the actual 1,000 number, because see right here, this 12 columns gives you all 720 of the 1,000 singles. And then the doubles is the same way. I track all the doubles throughout the year. I do, this here is a monthly sheet. Like for October, then I transpose the monthly sheet onto my annual sheet for the year. This is my annual sheet for the year. Transfer that information. So I'm always on top of what these numbers are doing. And that's why I say, you want those, you'll see that it ain't about the root sums, the date sums, and the flipping and mirroring and all those numbers. It's about the actual numbers and their opposite number. Not mirror number. I ain't gonna use that opposite number. The actual opposite number. Hey Scott, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. That's what it's about. It's about the opposite number. I don't use the term. I won't be using that term mirror number anymore because it's too confusing. It makes people, because they tell you about flipping and mirroring numbers and all that stuff. It's just gonna confuse you and lead you down a rabbit hole. That's not gonna lead you anywhere if you don't know why you playing the actual numbers. You know, and date sums and root sums and all that. No. They want to use all those same terminologies on the pick fours and the pick fives. And like I say, those pick fives got 100,000 numbers, and the pick four 10,000. They luck. I don't care how you shake it or bake it, it's gonna be luck. There's no algorithm or nothing gonna tell you what numbers coming out the next day. They're random. And like I said, 160. I just hit a number that came out. It's been 16 years since it came out. But I hit it because I was persistent in it, and I played it, and I stuck with a budget. And I wasn't even in Missouri when I won it. I was out of town per se, because I knew how to play it. Well, I I wouldn't say give up if you want it. Just play on paper. Play on paper. Don't invest your money. I would give up investing my money, but I wouldn't give up tracking. If you're going to, pick three, if you're going to put your money on anything, I would just do pick three. I'll play for fun and luck. Really play for luck and know you playing for luck. And I play Pay Billion. I play Mega Million Powerball. I play one ticket every draw. That's it. Same numbers on both. That's it. Because I know they luck. So I'm not gonna frustrate myself thinking I can come up with a number unless I dream a number. I believe you might can dream something and play. I would play a dream number for sure. If I dream some numbers, I'll play that. Because I believe in the subconscious mind. But other than that, I'm studying. And pick three is the only one you can study. Okay? But I mean, just make fun out of it. And like that. Because, people tend to think that you don't have to apply yourself to winning, but it's like anything else that you want to get good at, you're going to have to work at it. And that's why I say the pick three at a glance strategy and the workout sheets, put the pen and paper so you can see what's actually going on with the numbers. And that's how I'll get in the winner's circle. And anybody can really do it, but they got to know what's going on in their state, especially Texas. Texas, I would not play all the numbers or try to uh, think what's going to come midday, going to come evening, what's going to come evening, going to come midday, or what numbers are traveling and all that. I wouldn't use that strategy. I'd stay away from that, which I have. I've been staying away from it ever since I started playing. And it's been advantageous to me and for me. And I feel comfortable with explaining my strategy to anybody at any time. Okay, I think I pretty much covered what I want. Remember, opposite numbers, not flips, mirrors, sister, brother, aunts, and uncles. That's all I'm going to say. I'm telling y'all, okay? Get off that stuff. All right? So I think that's it. Any other questions on here that I can help anybody with? If not, I'm going to call it quits. My grandkids getting in and they calling it, you laughing at me, Ed? You don't know what day to choose to compare the numbers. Who is that? You don't know what day to choose to compare the numbers. I'm not understanding what you're saying there. Post, let's see what, maybe some up front here. Maybe let me come down. Okay. I look at the lottery post, but I don't know what day to choose to compare the number. Um, I'm not understanding that what day to choose to compare the numbers. What day to choose to compare what numbers? Only like I say, stick with one draw. Don't and follow that and track that draw, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, Dana. I don't give out numbers for California. I wouldn't know what's going on with California. I only my strategy is set up for you to use my workout sheets, collect your data, and then we work off the data. But I don't give out numbers to no states. I'm state specific for Illinois at the time, somewhat Missouri, and that's pretty much how that works. Mhm. Uh, Random, yeah, the numbers are random. Yeah, they're all random. That's why you have to track the actual numbers to see what's going on with them, Dana. There's no rundown, no tic tac toe, no date sum, no rule sum, or none of that. It's going to tell you what's coming the next day. If you're looking for some good numbers to play, you're going to have to do the work to find out what are the good numbers to play, Dana. Like everybody else, we have to put, you know, a play on paper, pretty much. Study the numbers. Oh, you're so welcome, Angie. We have to get on all together. I know people. Queen Shingaling, she worked herself crazy trying to find out a algorithm and stuff to share with people to winning in numbers and figuring out what's coming the next day. It's not out there. The numbers are 1,000 numbers random, and it takes you're only gonna get a third of them out a year, and it takes 3 years for those 1,000 numbers. I don't care where you start at on average to rotate out. Working with the law average, because you're only gonna get a third of the numbers. So starting off with that principle, you have to realize that the lottery is not in your favor. It's not set up for you to win before you lose. Also, you have to realize that to really win, you have to know what's going on with the numbers that you're playing. You have to know why you're playing the numbers. And if you don't know why you're playing the numbers, don't play them. Save track until you have a strategy why you know why you're playing the number, like pick through at a glance, and then invest in those numbers. Okay, like I was saying, in Illinois right now, I'm investing in, and I got receipts show that I win. I'm not just, and I don't show everything I win. That's not necessary. You'll know about how I win if you track it and doing the numbers in your state. And so here, these are the numbers for Illinois. Anybody in Illinois want to use these numbers for the rest of the year. I'm playing the 011, the 110, the 556, and 665. I don't tell people what numbers to play. I tell you what I'm playing. Okay. Hey, you can't lose. That's what I did. I went back to the drawing board till I got it. But you'll be okay. Take your time, Angie. And these are the numbers I'm playing. And I'm not playing a whole bunch of numbers. You see what I got here, right? And when I win, I know exactly what numbers I'm going to and why I'm going to them. And that's the same way you should be if you're playing. All right, family, I think that's it. My grandkids getting a little loud, so it's hard for me to concentrate. So they just woke up. Well, they ain't just woke up, but they just get noisy. All right. So, like I always say, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you tracking, you'll soon be packing and to Lucky Town. And OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, and play responsibly. Be smart, play smart.